does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Mixon. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Mixon with it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Man 5-7. Hey, Charlie. Switch gears.
Now Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Let's go. Switch it, switch it, switch it.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Great 15, great 15. Here we go.
Throwing his Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Great 15. Hey, Haywood. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Hey, Mike 51.
To throw, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Blue draw, Orphan. 70, Indy. Get it.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Down. 15, Lions. 15 Lions. First down. Pick up the ball.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Break. At the 27-yard line. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. Let's go.
2nd and 11. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
82.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Let's go now. 60 all.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. And a Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Ready, 91. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43.
Come on, set.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The stop was made by Jannard Avery. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Let's go. He did.
On the run, it's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Wynn's going to try and throw on 3rd. And he connects with Ertz. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check. Hey, lock it. Check.
2nd and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before,
touchdown, Philadelphia! As his guys are in for 6, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Completes it to Benjamin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
Hey, exit.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, stand up.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Sunday. Here I come again. 6 guys.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Wentz now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Let's go, Greg. 81.
Now Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Wentz to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense did its job, yielding no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Benjamin. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Come on. 49, check 49, check 49. Kill. Check 3. 6-6, pull it high. Go. I'm bringing it to you. Okay, other side, solid. We got double up.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
That's good for Eagles first down.
74.
Wentz now on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Bengals 28.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
On the ready. 53 is the mic. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
53. Go.
2nd and 5. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Returning, it's Benjamin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch it. Hey, empty.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, Benjamin. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike 51. Mike 51. Go. Hey, let's get in them holes. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 26, check 26.
On second down now, Benjamin. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's make these babies.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Back. Lefty. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Benjamin. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offense.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yes, he started punting.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Wentz. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Joker.
Ready. He'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 14. Completes it to Watt.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. You're out. Bang, 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 bang. Bang. Orbit. Hey, rock.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. 56 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Five.
2nd and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will shave one more off this lead. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, it's Sanders. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about them.